All right. Caitlin Clark, a.k.a. White Jesus, a.k.a. Jesus Clark, in the Indiana Fever, a.k.a. America's team. And the WNBA kicks off the 2026 season. But Indiana Fever drops the ball tonight. Is it too soon? Is it too soon to worry about Indiana? Are we in year 3 of White Jesus? And do we know what's ahead? Are we tripping if we start worrying now? Nafisa Collier has some interesting things to say about the WNBA season this season. Boardroom release a ridiculous list. Dawn Staly is at it again because she can't think of anything other than to be a great coach, but a victim. The WNBA season is here. The season is kicking off. We're going to talk about it and much more right after the intro. Let's go! All right. All right. What's up, boys, girls? He, she, they, them, we, or whatever you choose to identify as. Welcome to the W360, your home for all things women's basketball. I'm your host, CJ So Foolish. And welcome to the first episode of the 2026 WNBA season! Yes! Yes! We are here, baby! We're here! The 2026 season is here! That's right! That's right, folks. That's right. Welcome, W360 Nation, returning and new viewers. Welcome. The season is here. We are here. Okay. I know you guys have been waiting. I'm sorry. This is a new mic, so we were having some sound issues. Okay. But we got it figured out. W360 Nation put 1 in the chat, so I know you guys can hear me. What's up, W360 Nation? What's up, guys? I know that's right, okay? Guys, we are here. The WNBA season is here. The WNBA started today, okay? I don't care if they won or lost. We're going to win or lose. We're going to talk about it. The WNBA season started today, okay? The WNBA season started today. There's 1 in the chat. Everybody can hear me good, okay? That's good. That's good. All right. If you are new here, you're probably here from one of the videos that you've seen, or you probably ran across me on Twitter at the W360 show. Okay. But welcome to the live. Okay. We have a lot to talk about today. It's going to be a full show. Okay. It's going to be a full show. Thank you guys for the ones in the chat. I understand you guys can hear me now. So that's good. I was having sound issues. I couldn't hear myself back. So thank you guys for letting me know you guys can hear me. Sorry about the wait. Okay. All right. If you are new here, welcome. Welcome. Okay. Make sure you like, subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend, and tell your mama, your daddy, your sister, your auntie, your uncle, and your brother and your sister, and tell friend. No, tell your ex. Tell your ex that you still keep texting here and there every now and then that you know isn't good for you. You know does not mean you well in life. That ex-boyfriend, that ex-girlfriend, or even that ex-friend that you keep hanging on to. Next time you hit them up, tell them, subscribe to the W360, okay? We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. I need us to get there, okay? I need us to get there. So tell your friends to tell your other friends and your exes and everybody else to subscribe to the W360. Returning viewers, thank you so much. W360 Nation, I love you. All right. W360 Nation is in the chat. What's up, guys? Jordan J1. I see you in the chat. CC22 is the GOAT. I see you in the chat. Ayo Jers says, get MHA out of my town. You're reading my mind. I see you in the chat. Okay. Lauren is in the chat. Kelly is in the chat. Lauren, I got your gift. I'm going to pull it up or I'm going to open it on live. I hope you don't mind. I DM'd you to make sure you didn't mind, but I am going to open your gift on the chat. Lord Schaefer is in the chat. Okay. Stephanie Wall is in the chat. Okay. W360 Nation, I see you guys out here. What's up, Miss Fins? Miss Fins is in the chat. Colleen is in the chat. I said Lauren's in the chat. And Sade is in the chat. Okay. We started late today, Sade. So, I didn't even put it on Twitter. I hope everybody on Twitter can know that the show done started. Sade, can you put the link on Twitter and I'll repost it? Okay. If you're on Twitter, guys, follow me at the W360 show. Okay. What a game. What a game. What a game. And what a start to the WNBA season. Okay. Now, officially, we have to, keep it official here at the W360. Officially, the WNBA season started last night. Okay? Let's go ahead and start the episode. We're going ahead and get into it, guys. The WNBA season started last night. All right. New York Liberty played Connecticut 106-75. All right. Mystics played Toronto 68-65. That was a good game. We'll talk about it. And Golden State played Seattle 91-80. That was the final score. These are the final scores of the games, guys. As far as I'm concerned, the WNBA season started today. The WNBA season started today because White Sheets played today, and that's all I have to say about that. Seriously. The WNBA season started today. Okay. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's go ahead and talk about the game, folks. Just to go ahead and get into it, the Indiana Fever, aka America's team, dropped the home opener today. Okay, it wasn't pretty, folks. It wasn't pretty. It was not pretty, okay? Indiana Fever ended up losing 104-107. 104-107. They ended up losing the game, folks. Listen. Is Stephanie White up here? Okay. She's not up here. I'll leave Caitlin up here for now. Indiana Fever, folks. This is a defensive team. Stephanie White is a defensive coach. This is a defensive team. Defense, defense, defense. Defense, defense, defense. Well, the fucking defense stank. They stunk. The defense stunk up the place. Okay? I don't want to hear anything else, and I know it's the first game of the season. I get it. I purposely didn't come on during preseason. I didn't come on during preseason on purpose because I like to sit back and just let things play out. I like to sit back and let things play out. I love to sit back and watch the people who love to like live in delusion and say, well, why don't we just let them figure it out? Why don't we just let them figure it out? Well, it's only the beginning of the season. Guys, I don't mean to leave W360 Nation, but I love to just sit back and let things play out. Because I'm coming here now to tell you that front office stink. They stink. So yes, you have to ask the question, is it too soon to crash out? No. No, it's not too soon to crash out because this is White Sheeza's third year. And the office isn't ran around Caitlin Clark, and I don't know why. I don't know why. Yes, we have a big three, but, and this is also on Sheeza's as well. We're going to get into Sheeza's, but I don't understand how we can watch the NBA playoffs and we can watch every team build and run an offense around their star player, but we don't get that in the WNBA with a GOAT and star player. The last GOAT, hell, you can watch Vegas. Don't they? I'm watching Vegas right now. They're on my TV right now. They run every play for Asia Wilson. Every play. They run it for her. She's the first option. And guess what? Everyone in the league knows Asia Wilson is going to get the ball. Everyone in the league knows Asia Wilson is going to get a whistle. Everyone in the league knows she's going to go to the free throw line. Why am I watching a game and not one stagger screen, not one screen in year 3 is being set for Caitlin? Why are we all lives mattering? This offense. You have a big three. The only thing people asked this front office to do was to build around Caitlin. All right, and then fine. Since nobody wants to build around Caitlin Clark, fine. Let's build around the big three then. We'll call it the big three so everybody can feel comfortable. We'll call it the big three so everybody can feel included and comfortable. Fine. Let's build around Caitlin, AB, and Kelsey Mitchell. Does that make everybody feel better? Does that make Stephanie White's black wife feel better? Does it make Dawn Staly feel better when she bring in Raven Johnson so we can say we're building around the big three instead of Caitlin Clark? God damn. We asked you to get role players. We need role players, defensive players, and rebounders, and you failed. You failed. So when America's team play on national television for opening day of the WNBA, you give us Maisha Hines fucking Allen and Damaris Dantes to watch. Nobody wants to watch that shit. I'm not crashing out. I'm not crashing out yet. But what I'm saying is, I think I'm over. It's the first game. Well, it's the beginning of the season. This is the year. We got agendas to push and points to prove. We got points to prove and agendas to push. We got to come out on fire. You got to come out on fire with a point to prove. The GMs don't even respect Indiana. And this is the most entertaining. And they have the GOAT on their team. And the GMs put out a survey that said, we don't give a shit about Indiana. We don't give a shit about Caitlin Clark, her coach, or that team. That's basically what the GMs told you in their survey. We'll get into that later in the episode. That's basically what they told you. Why aren't you out there with a chip on your shoulder? The league does not respect America's team. So you need to show them who America is. But you're not going to do that with Damiris Dantes, and you're not going to do that with Maisha Hines Allen. You're not going to put that message out there. Teams are going to laugh at you. Teams are going to laugh at you. You're not going to prove who America's team is with this terrible defensive scheme. You're not going to prove who America is with this terrible lineup rotation. You had preseason to figure it out. I think everyone can see what the rotation is. Okay? If you get, excuse me, I think right now, because this is what we have to choose, I think right now the rotation at this point, Caitlin Clark, White Jesus, you get Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi, and KK. You get Timpson. That's your lineup. That's your lineup that eats, okay? That's who you have to go with because you guys didn't draft a big. So you go with that lineup. I think everyone is taking notice of the league is against Caitlin Clark. Okay? The league is against Caitlin Clark. The league does not like the Indiana Fever. Why in the hell is Indiana not playing with a chip on your shoulders? Why are you not out to prove we're the best goddamn? You guys have the best. Why are you not playing like that? What's going on? Poor leadership. You don't have a coach that's telling you, hey, this league is against y'all. They don't like y'all. The league don't like you. The WNBA old fans don't like you. We have some shit to prove. Stephanie White can't do that because her wife is black. She can't do that. She can't go against the grain and put this team on her back and go against the league, how the league is coming at her star player. She can't do it because her wife is black. Stephanie White can't take a stance in this league because she's compromised. She can't. I guarantee you, she wished she was in Connecticut, coaching Connecticut with Dejanay and the other players. She don't want to coach America's team. Stephanie White is not America's coach. She don't want to coach America's team. She don't like the fans. She don't like them. She stands for something else. Okay? This has nothing to do with today's game. I'm just expressing how I feel about Stephanie White at this point. With Stephanie White leather, I was rooting for you, girl. I was rooting for ya. I was for a second, but Stephanie, you've just gone plain dumb. Dumb. You've gone plain dumb. Let's go over the stats from today's game. Then I want to play some highlights, and I want to give a little bit more insight in today's game, or analysis rather, and then we'll move on. I want to talk about Dawn Staley. I just want to go ahead and pull a card now. And then I want to talk about Nafisa Collier and some other things going on, okay? But before we get into the highlights, guys, if you are here, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter at the W360 Show. A lot of people be like, where you at on YouTube? Where you at? I be on Twitter tweeting and stuff too, guys. So just follow me on Twitter. I'm only on 2 platforms, Twitter and YouTube. Okay? Twitter at the W360 Show. And YouTube, of course, make sure you turn your notifications on, okay? All right. Before we get into the highlights, let's take a peek at the stats from today's game. White Jesus. White Jesus had 20 points, 5 rebounds. Oh, hold on. My screen let out. All right. White Jesus had 20 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. She went 7 for 18 from the field and 2 for 9 from 3. 4 for 4 from free throws. White Jesus, shout out to you. Didn't have a bad game, okay? All right. Kelsey Mitchell, 30 points. All right. 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Shout out to Kelsey Mitchell. Here's the thing about Kelsey. Kelsey Mitchell, I want her to step more into this. Kelsey has to stop having these breakdowns in the game. The lane violation, the free throw lane violation, and then at one point, Kelsey Mitchell fouled on the 3-point shot. She had a terrible turnover. Kelsey has to be smarter as a veteran on this team. This is Caitlin Clark's team. We get it. But the front office want to market you as the face of the league. So I really want Kelsey to just... I want Kelsey to be smarter. Be smarter. Okay? You're the face of the team. You're the face of the team, Kelsey. You're the face of the team. We need you to just be smarter at times. I like Kelsey, though. I root for her. Kelsey put the team on her back last season. We get it. We're in a new season now. The new season started today. I need Kelsey to just be smarter. I just need her to be smarter. That was a key. Kate, we're gonna get to Jesus. KK, Michaela Timpson, 11 points, 2 rebounds. And Sophie Cunningham, 3 points, 4 rebounds. Maisha Hines Allen, 6 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Raven Johnson, 4 points. Damaris had 7. Ty Harris didn't do anything. And Lexi Hall didn't score at all. Okay, 15 minutes, 0 points, 1 rebound, and donuts across the board. Dallas, Paige Beckers, 20 points, 3 rebounds. Arike Ogumbawale, 22 points, 1 rebound. Odyssey Sims, 20 points, 2 rebounds. Isaiah James, 10 points, 2 rebounds. And Alana Smith, 6 points, 3 rebounds. Nobody else is worth mentioning. Oh, Maddie Seagrass. Remember Maddie? I said, listen, I need to have a beer with your father. Maddie had 7 points, 3 rebounds. If you've been following W360, you guys know that's a running joke. I've been saying Maddie. But anyway, 107 to 104, guys. Let's take a look at some of the key plays from the game, and then let's come back and talk a little bit more about the game, okay? Let me check it out.
Pocket pass back, Boston. She got it. That is something Indiana wants a lot more.
Leah Boston hit the 3. Hold on, I want to go back to that. So I think Indiana has to exploit this more. Leah Boston has been working on her 3. Let's go. Is Aaliyah Boston a 3-point threat?
The handoff from Boston, the pocket pass back, Boston. She got it. That is something.
Aaliyah Boston is a 3-point threat now. I love it. White Sheets is double team, kicks it out. The Nubian White Princess for the 3. I know that's right. Yes. Kelsey Mitchell doing Kelsey Mitchell things. There we go. White Jesus takes it to the basket.
You see Dallas in man-to-man. Paige Beckers on Caitlin Clark. Keep an eye on that one.
Here's Kelsey Mitchell. Jittering.
Kelsey pulls it. Yes!
Mitchell, 3rd in the league in scoring a season ago.
Yeah. All right. So that's a few highlights from the game. One thing that before I move on that I want to point out is I think Indiana Fever is still too nice. They're still too nice. They're still too nice. I don't think this squad plays with a chip on their shoulder. Right? I think the online presence of Indiana Fever, I think people that root on Indiana, we have a chip on our shoulders. We're like, Fever in 5. Let's go. You know? I think that most people that root for Caitlin Clark, most people that root for Indiana, we're like, this our league now. Let's go. This is our shit. Let's go. We're not friendly with anybody. We're not trying to be. We're not trying to be. Right? I personally, guys, I don't think Indiana plays with that fire or with that mindset. I don't think they play with that mindset. I think they should be a little more aggressive, and I think there should be a more of a chip on their shoulder. The GMs don't even consider you a threat. They don't consider you a threat. And you guys play like it. Like, get some fire under you. Play like you're America's team. Play like you are the team that that everyone is counting out. We're not being nice to nobody. So I want to point out a particular play when I say that Indiana just plays. They're too fucking nice. Okay? They're too nice. Let's take a look at this play. Someone goes down, or Caitlin Clark elbows Zaza James down, right? Kelsey Mitchell runs to pick up her opponent before she goes to her teammate and say, hey, let's go. Let's go. This is where I'm just like, what's happened? What? Let's take a look. Right here. All right. This is a foul. That's fine. Look at Kelsey. Look at Kelsey. Let's watch it again. All right. Look at Kelsey. This is an initial reaction. This is an initial reaction. Look at Kelsey. Look at Kelsey. Caitlin is walking off visibly frustrated, right? Visibly frustrated. She's walking off visibly frustrated because we all have to get used to this whistle that we said adjust, not make it extreme. Everyone just asked the referees to adjust the whistle. So Caitlin is clearly frustrated, but look at her teammate. Look, let's take another look. I'm not making this up. Go to your teammate. Go to your teammate. Look at Kelsey. Your teammate is walking off. You can see Aaliyah Boston looking at their GOAT, the biggest player in this league. Your own fucking teammates do not... What's up? And this is why I think the Indiana Fever, they're not going... Caitlin Clark, any other league would build around a superstar player. Any other league, they would. This league is not going to. They're going to surround her with players that don't have her back, that walk off when a call is called against them. Man, this is terrible. We are watching the greatest fumble in U.S. history. We are. We are, man. We are. Indiana transition defense sucks. It stinks. The transition defense stinks. Okay? Brianna January. She's supposed to be the defensive coach. Brianna January, you need to change your name to December. Brianna December, because your defense is last. It stinks. Your defense stinks, Brianna. This goddamn defense stinks. High volume offense, high volume, but your defense stinks. You can't beat anybody if you can score a lot of points and can't stop anybody. Hence the reason why it was 100 and something to 100 and something. Supergirl 467 says they will get better on defense. Y'all panic. LMAO. So it's not too soon to panic because we're talking about, I mean, how many years do you guys need? How many years, how much time you guys need? New York Liberty don't look like they're, the top teams in the league look like they're, We get sloppy. We get, okay, they got to get more in shape. They're tired. It's the beginning of the season. We're still working on rotation issues. We're still working on defensive schemes in year 3 of Caitlin Clark. So don't tell me, oh, it's just game 1. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. This is year 3 of Caitlin Clark. This is year 3. Supergirl 467. I understand what you're saying. And I get it. We're going to be positive. I'm going to be positive. We're going to be just fine. We're going to be just fine. Let me wrap up with Indiana Fever and I want to move on. But before I move on from Indiana Fever, Supergirl 467, it's not year 3. It's year 2 and 13 games. It's year 3, dear. It's year 3. It's her 3rd year in the WNBA. That's year 3. Injuries, not injuries. It's year 3. What? What you want? All right. Let's move on. We are going to root for the Indiana Fever and America's team. We root for the Indiana Fever to, put Caitlin Clark. Put Caitlin Clark as your go-to player. Involve your offense around her. I don't know why everybody keep trying to avoid this. I'm not exactly sure. But go ahead and put Caitlin Clark as your offense, okay? All right. Oh, there's 2 more highlights from the game. Why Jesus hits the 3. All right. All right. And we'll move on. Kelsey Mitchell goes up with the D. Yes! Maisha Hines Allen is so funny to me. All right, before we move on, I want to talk about these two. Before we move on really quick. These two stink. Maisha Hines Allen stink. Demiris Dantes stink. They stink. Okay? And I'm telling you right now, these two stinky dirty diapers. They stink. They stink. Okay? And these two, there was no reason to bring back Dantes this season. No reason at all. Maisha Hines-Allen stinks. Okay? This isn't recency bias. This has nothing to do with how terribly she's performing for Indiana Fever. And I'm not giving any grace. We've given grace. I've given enough goddamn grace on this channel. We're not giving grace. MHA stinks. Okay? She blows a lot of layups. And the reason why I say she stinks because she performs like Aaliyah Boston in her rookie year. And she's about, 9 years into the league? She stinks. MHA stinks. I hope she changed my mind. I hope she do. Everyone likes to say she's physical. She can't rebound. She can't rebound. She blows a ton of goddamn layups. She has no idea what's going on the floor. She stinks, man. And I guess she can play in this league because it's the WNBA and everything goes. I guess she can play. But send her to Connecticut. Send her to another team. Why is she on America's team with the WNBA's best player? I know Mo Billings was out this game. I know that. I'm well aware. What I'm saying is she shouldn't be starting on anyone's WNBA roster. She fucking stinks. She's terrible. She was terrible with Dallas. I'm not saying that watching her with Indiana. I watched her with Dallas. She was terrible. She stunk up the place. Along with Kalani Brown. And the other big girl. What was the other big girl with Dallas when they was there? Kalani Brown and I can't think of the girl name. Tierra McCowan. Her, Kalani Brown and Tierra McCowan are the biggest stinkers of the league. They all stunk up the place. She fucking stinks. She stinks, man. She stunk in Dallas and she stunk in Minnesota when they won the championship. She didn't contribute to that. She stinks. I watched her then. MHA stinks. Okay. She's funny. She's so bad that she's funny to watch play. But it's not going to be so funny soon. She fucking stinks. There's no reason. Why can't I don't know how to have. Hopefully y'all don't call that number. Why can't America's team get the best guards? Why? You have to go and get MHA. I don't see your comments. Yeah, she stinks. She stinks. I'm not on board. I'm not with her. Don't like her. I think she's terrible. Damiris Dantes, is terrible. Okay, she's terrible. Damiris Dantes is fucking terrible. She stinks. Both of these two together, they stink. They shouldn't be on the court together. These two stink. They're awful. Damiris Dantes can't stop anyone. And the only time Damiris Dantes, if she's on the court, she should be hitting threes. That's it. Damaris, because that's the only thing you bring to Indiana, which I guess that's what they brought you back for, to hit threes. Fine. But Damaris, you're stinking up the place. You're giving up 30 points and giving us 10. We can't use you, Damaris. You can't give up 30 and give us 10. You can't give up 30 and give us 10. You can't do that, Damaris. You just can't do that. It doesn't mathematically add up. You stink. Both of you stink. You both stink. I want you out of my town. I want both of you out of my town. Both of you. I'm not riding with you. Now, maybe you guys will change my mind and I may, put your jersey up like I did Stinky Colson. By the way, who no one has picked up. I might put your jersey up on my wall. If these two score 12 points apiece, I will put their jerseys up on my wall. I'll put them up right here. I swear to God I will. I'll put them up. I swear to God I'll put them up in America. I'll put them up for America. I'll put you both up. But I know that won't happen because both of you stink, okay? You both are terrible. Supergirl 467 says that number going to get spam call for sure. I hope not. All right, let's move on. How we feeling today, chat? How we feeling? I know it was a tough loss. Okay? My friend is in this chat somewhere. I just don't know what the damn name is in the chat. If you could just text me the name that you're chatting, I'll shout you out. D. All right. How we feeling, chat? I told you guys it was going to be a full show today. All right. We got 213 in the chat. It's 135 likes. If you have not liked the video, guys, like the video. And do all the things YouTube like for you to do. So the video is up here, okay? Sean F.E. is in the chat. What's up, Sean? It's in the chat. I may have to move this picture, so okay, let's put you here, Dawn. Day 769. Okay. All right. We played the highlight. Yes. Actually, yeah, let's go with Don. Don Staley. Don Staley is in the news today, okay? Don Staley is being sensitive again. She's being sensitive again because that's what she does. Instead of just being a great coach, instead of just being a prominent name in women's basketball, that's not enough, folks. That's not enough. No, that's not enough, folks. She has to victimize herself. We got to get a victim in once a month. Something. We have to do something for Don Staley. Don Staley doesn't get enough from just winning. There has to be more. Okay. Recently, Dawn Staly was in the news. She comes after a journalist for simply just doing their job. A journalist was just doing their job, folks. Let's take a look. Matt Lively tweets. He says, Kate Martin is the final cut from the Valkyries. They opt to keep Caitlyn Chin and Letitia Amihir over Martin. The move makes sense in terms of need, but Martin is an incredibly popular player with a fan base that shows up in every city. Sounds like a reasonable post to me from a journalist that's reporting on a player getting cut. Sounds reasonable to me. Does it sound reasonable to Dawn Staley? Does it sound reasonable to her? This is what Dawn Staley had to say. She goes, not cool to actually use other players' names, specifically Letitia Amihir, for your personal preface? I hope if you cover the Valkyries, you can unbiasedly do so moving forward. So that's what Dawn Staley had to say, folks. I want to talk about this on my show because I want to point out. Let me put her here. Let me put this here. I want to talk about this because I want to point out Dawn Staley, as much as she does for women's basketball, she is equally problematic for women's basketball. I said it. As much as Dawn Staley does for women's basketball, she's as equally problematic for women's basketball. Everyone is asking for women's basketball game to grow. Everyone wants more coverage. Everyone wants more media coverage. Everyone wants y'all say it, we're equal. Everyone should be able to play. We want everyone to play. We're equal to men. We should do this. We should get paid as much. We should be covered as much. Dawn! You are out of line. You're out of line, Dawn. Okay? You're out of line. Your biracial skin is out of line. Okay? You and your biracial skin is out of line. Dawn Staley makes my elbows itch. Okay? She gets under my skin, and I try to root for her. I really want to root for Dawn. I like her. I think she's doing a phenomenal, I guess, thing out in South Carolina. But Dawn, for you to come after a journalist for listing the two players that were cut for your player, you're insecure and you're a drama queen. You're a drama queen, Dawn Staley. You're a drama queen. Matt did nothing wrong. You're wrong in this, Dawn. You're trying to victimize yourself and say, you tried to point out my players because they were able to stay and Kate Martin got cut. Dawn, this is why The league never grew. The league never grew because of coaches like you. Because of coaches like you, because of voices like yours, because of followers, which a lot of the media, Tarika, Shanae Ogumake, and the rest of y'all on ESPN, you guys follow behind Don, but the league never grew behind this shit. This shit, because nobody could practice real journalism. This is real journalism. There is nothing wrong with what Matt had to say. Matt literally said, Kate Martin is the final cut from the Valkyries. They opt to keep Caitlin Chen and Letitia Amahir over Martin. The move makes sense in terms of need, but Martin is an incredibly popular player with a fan base that shows up in every city. What was wrong with what he said, Don? What was wrong with what he said? Nothing. This is just journalism. But you're used to the WNBA being ran like a mom and pop shop. That's what you're used to. That's what you and the rest of your fans are used to. That's what the WNBA fans are used to. This shit is ran like a mom and pop shop, but it's not. It's no longer ran like that. America is here, baby. America's team is here. American sports fans are here. Okay? I'll explain to you how sports work. You compare players to other players. You mention other players, Don. That's how that works. There's nothing microaggression about it. There's nothing bad about it. Matt literally listed there were 3 players competing for a position. He listed the 2 players that lost or won the position. He listed the player that lost. What was bad about that, Don? What? But you put your little stubby thumbs on your cell phone and literally tweeted, not cool to actually use other players' names, specifically Letitia, for your personal preface. I hope if you cover the Valkyries, you can unbiasedly do so moving forward. Don. You don't mean that. You don't mean that at all. And I'm going to tell you why you don't mean that. Because if we look up how your accolades are described online, I guarantee you wouldn't reach out to Google. I'm going to show you. I looked it up. Let me show you. Here's one. Dawn Staley. South Carolina coach Dawn Staley has established herself as one of the most dominant in women's basketball history by leading the Gamecocks to 6 consecutive Final Four appearances, blah, blah, blah. 6 consecutive Final Four appearances. Staley surpassed previous coaches, excluding Gino Auriemma, Rima's 14, to hold the second longest streak in women's college basketball history. 3-time national champion with her 2025 title. She joined the ranks of elite multi-time champions, ranking behind only Gino Auriemma and Pat Summitt. You see how they mention other people when they acknowledge you? Historic salary. A new 7-year, $22.4 trillion deal or $1 million deal. $1 million deal makes her one of the highest paid coaches, surpassing several major men's college basketball coaches, including Marquette's Shaka Smart and Oregon's Dana Altman. Don, did you hit up Google to tell them not to mention the other coaches that was mentioned when they were mentioning your pay? You being the highest paid women's basketball coach? Did you hit up anybody and say, hey, you guys mention other coaches and other people when you guys are talking about my pay? You didn't do that, did you? Did you, Don? You didn't do that. You don't check anybody when they're mentioning your accolades as far as passing other coaches for wins, other coaches for salary, other coaches for number of WNBA players in the league now. You don't do that. You're a fraud. You're a fraud. And you're performative. You're performative. And you're annoying. Dawn Staley, you are annoying. And that's why your primary player is annoying. Asia is annoying. You taught her how to be annoying just like you. Just like you. You passed it down, dear. Just like you. Just like you. You're fucking annoying. If you think for 1 second that no one is taking notice of how you're showing up for Raven Johnson at Indiana, you'll come show up for them games, but you didn't show up for Aaliyah Boston. Why? Dawn Staley? Why? Why you didn't show up for Aaliyah Boston? She's been there for about 4 or 5 years now. We ain't seen you at a game. But now you want to be there with Raven Johnson. I wonder why. I wonder why. I don't care about you sending a cease and desist or nothing to this channel. I don't care. I'm just calling it out. I'm just calling it out. Seriously. Seriously, Dawn Staley, you're a fraud, and I want you to stop talking on the internet. Just continue being the coach that you are to your players that don't really ever do shit in the league, you know. But, just keep doing your thing. That's all I'm asking you to do. But shut up. And it's so funny to watch Dawn Staley be so pro-black. I can't wait. Dawn Staley Day is coming and I can't wait. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Mama Lloyd to make a new video, man, so we can put it on the show, guys. We need Mama Lloyd to make a new video. For sure, guys. Hey, listen, make sure you guys, if you are tuned in, like the video, share the video, comment. If you are catching the playback, comment so YouTube can put the video in the algorithm. All right, where we at? We at 1 hour and 7. All right. I'm not going to be here too much longer. But yeah, Don Staley is annoying. Where's she at? Right here? Yes. Don Staley is annoying, man. Like, I just don't like it. I don't like it. I'm going to be honest. I don't like it, folks. I don't like the route she's taking, any of that. Thank you for the super chat. It's the best way to support the show. Angela 23227. Love your content and your lives are always entertaining. Keep it up. Thank you, baby. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay. That's crazy. You get rid of Kate Martin? Kate Martin out of the league. That's crazy. Hopefully they find a place for her to land like they did Natasha Cloud. I don't know. Hopefully they do. Listen, man, if you're straight and you're white, the WNBA is not for you. Okay? I'm telling you right now, the WNBA is not for you if you're straight and you're white. It's not your place. That's just not how things go. All right? You just got to deal with it. You got to deal with it, okay? You're straight and you're white, you're going to have a hard time. All right? A straight white woman has a harder time. Look, exactly. Haley Van Lith, a straight white woman in the WNBA, has a harder time making it than me as a black woman in the Ku Klux Klan. You're not going to make it. All right? It's not your club. Okay? It just doesn't work, folks. It doesn't work. You're not going to make it. Now, if you're a white girl, you need to be like Marina Mabry. Be like Marina Mabry. Make it public that you're dating one of the black players so you can make it in the league. That's just how this league works. It's the WNBA, okay? If you're white, you need to date one of the black ass players. And I'm telling you right now, if that's who you date, that's what you got to do to stay up. You got to stay on the team. Okay? You got to. That's how the league goes. Those are the rules. Rules are rules. Mind you, Kate tried. Kate Martin tried. She told everybody, hey, I'm a lesbian. It wasn't good enough. No, you have to date a black girl. Okay? And when you date a black girl, you also need to get on a stage and say it's not about just dating a black girl. You have to get on stage and you have to say, hey, I'm sorry I was born white. I hate it here. All right, I hate being white. I hate it. You don't have to say that specifically, but you have to say it in like another language. And then the WNBA, you'll have a 10, 12-year career as a white woman. Absolutely. Seriously. Think about it. All right. Where we at? Oh, hour and 11. All right, we're going to wrap up, folks. We're going to wrap up. Don Staley, we're done with you. Oh, I did do that. All right. You guys want to go to Nafisa? Yeah, let's go to Nafisa. Dante Infernep. Get CJ on Whitlock. I keep getting those emails. Everybody keeps saying to go on Jason Whitlock's show. Go on with Jason Whitlock's show. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. You know. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. Maybe. All right. Nafisa Collier has gone viral because she has basically said that the WNBA has been too physical. It's been too physical. I want to play what she had to say, and then I want to come back and talk about it, okay? Let's take a look at what Fee had to say.
I do feel like the game is too physical right now. I think that's been a complaint of players and coaches alike for the past several years. We've been compared to the NBA of the 80s in just our physicality. And I do think that hinders the players, obviously. Like, you come to watch players play offense and to score. And so when it's so physical, the game's not fun to watch and it's not fun to play.
How did that happen?
How did it get so physical?
Yeah.
I think we're competitors. I mean, we want to win. And if the rules allow, we're going to kill each other to get there, you know? So I just think the rules need to change in that regard. So it's safety for others, and it's a better experience for the fans as well.
Now, when you say the rules need to change, it's not just a matter of stricter reffing. You want different rules.
I think it's both. I think it's both. I think consistency in reffing is the number one thing that we ask for every year. And so that, and then also I think the game right now is catered to the defensive player, because you always hear like defense wins championships, and it does. But in my opinion, like, I think that it should be catered to the offensive player, because that's why you play basketball.
You'd like it to be more like the All-Star game.
I would not go that far. Maybe not the All-Star game. You still need defense for sure. But just a little tweaks here and there.
Shout out to Nafisa Collier. I agree, but that goes into today's game. Fee is correct. And I think that what she's talking about, I think that what she's saying is what everyone has been saying. The WNBA has been way too, there's a difference between physicality and prison ball. Okay? That's what the WNBA has been. Let's just call it what it is. In Ben Daniels' words, shout out to Ben Daniels, let's call a spade a spade. It's been too damn physical. Nobody wants to watch a bunch of women beat each other up. They would just go watch boxing. And that's what the WNBA was. I don't know if it was a bunch of women taking their sexual frustration out on each other from a lot of humping and hooping, with a little bit of hooping on the side, just hump, because that's what it was. You just hump each other, and then you hoop on the side. But then when you're mad at each other, you just punch each other out the air, and then you knock each other the hell out, and then you just whack somebody, and then you just Goldberg spearing somebody. You just shut the hell up. You should be with me. And then hey, no, you're mine. That's what the league was. Let's just call it what it was. That's what it was. Okay? Nafisa Collier is correct. Nobody wants to see a WNBA game and think they're watching Orange is the New Black. In recess time. Nobody wants to see that shit. Not women playing. That's just what it is. And everyone loves to say, well, that's what the 80s NBA was, and that's how the NBA was, and those are men. Okay? I know. You know, people there's men and there's women. The men can tackle each other all day. Nobody wants to watch a bunch of women beat each other asses. So Alyssa Thomas, this league where fouls are being called may not be for you, dear. This isn't a league for you, okay? It's not a league for you, Alyssa. You can't just Goldberg spear women over anymore, okay? You can't just tackle women out the air. Look at Nafisa Collier. She's giving this interview injured because Alyssa Thomas, one of the premier players in this league, they say that she is. She injures people. She spears people. She tackles people. Alyssa Thomas should be playing rugby. No skill, can't shoot, sucks, slow. She stinks. She's terrible. She's a terrible player in this league. She is a terrible representation of women's basketball. Alyssa Thomas is. But they highlight her. And that's why the league didn't grow, because they highlight Alyssa Thomas and that style of basketball. So what Fee is saying is, hey, why don't we call some calls? You know, if somebody come and like spear me out the air when I'm going for a layup, I think that's a foul. I think that's a foul. It's a foul. Or someone like bulldoze me over on the screen, that's a foul. It's a foul. Right? My phone is going off. The Aces is getting terribly beat. Not Asia Civil Rights Wilson getting beat up. Asia Civil Rights Wilson? Hold on. Let me check the score, folks. Oh, they're getting their asses beat. The Aces is getting beat 66-99. Oh, that's the game. Asia Wilson. I know you didn't like that civil rights energy. Not win tonight. Y'all gonna clip all of this. It say end of the fourth on my app. 99-66. Asia Wilson, it's opening day of the WNBA, baby. It's opening day of the WNBA, baby. You ain't you ain't come out and do your thing, baby. But everybody want to call me the coon. When I say she's not the greatest, everybody want to call me the coon. Everybody want to call me the coon. Let's see what Asia Wilson did today. All right. We're doing this live, folks. Damn this. We doing this live. We finna check this. We about to check this. What did Aisha do today? No, this team. I got to get off of here. Aisha had 19 and 4. 4 rebounds? Dang, that's crazy. 4 rebounds? You didn't get number 4 rebounds? Stop. Damn. Why is Kirsten Bell getting 19 minutes? That's crazy. Kirsten Bell gets 19 minutes in this league. Nalissa Smith had 11.6 rebounds, 1 assist. Nalissa, listen. I know your brother watched this show because Rodney be on everything. Nalissa, I'm rooting for you. I'm so glad you got rid of your dead weight. You've lost weight. You look to be in shape. You're fit. You're running faster because I'm watching you on my TV right here, right now. You're running faster. You look good. And sometimes you might have to let somebody go to just go on and take off in life. And Alyssa, you did that. You did that. Good for you, girl. Good for you. I'm rooting for you. And Rodney, since you watched this show, won't you tweet this? I'm saying Alyssa looks good. She's doing good. Good for her. Good for her. I'm rooting for her this season. I really am. No shade. Kennedy Carter, 10 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Kirsten Bell should not be on this roster. 0 points. 0 points. Kirsten Bell, 0 points. Bree Turner, her normal Bree Turner thing, 0 points. 0 points. Fever in 5, man. Fever in 5. I don't care what nobody say. Fever in 5. Fever in 5. Okay. Lauren says she broke up with the nasty Dijon. She's doing much better now. Nalissa Smith looks good. She looks refreshed. She looks good. She don't have this heavy person hanging over her. I get it. She looks good. She looks good, folks. She looks good. All right. Let's go ahead. I don't want to be here much longer. Hold on. Give me 1 second, folks. I know I can't see. I want to talk about here it is. Speaking of Asia Wilson, the boardroom. The boardroom released a list. And you're being laughed at. Everyone is laughing at you, boardroom. Everyone is laughing at you. Everyone is laughing at you. The boardroom released a post here. And we got to discuss it because people love rage baiting Caitlin Clark fans and creators and content creators. Y'all love rage baiting us, and that's fine. That's fine. We'll talk about it on our shows. Boardroom released it. The WNBA tip-off its 30th season with more momentum, star power, and money than ever before. With a new generation of stars rising and a new CBA expected to reshape salaries, the league is entering a new era as expansion, viewership, and investment continue to climb. So they put out a list here as far as the most marketable WNBA players entering this season. They have number 1 listed as Asia Wilson, Asia Civil Rights Wilson. Number 2, Paige Beckers. Paige Beckers. Number 3, Caitlin Clark, White Sheezes. Number 4, Angel Reese. And number 5, Sabrina Ionescu. All right, so just to go ahead and address this list, guys, because we're not going to stay here long. This list is terrible. This is rage bait. This is terrible. They want us to talk about them on our YouTube shows. They want us to tweet about it. They want us to do all of that. I want to say this right now. Asia Wilson isn't even in the top 5 of marketable players of the WNBA because she's won all these MVPs. She's won all these accolades, but nobody was watching when she was the face of the league. Let's talk about it. Asia Wilson didn't do anything for the league at all. Her fans like to be loud online. They're loud in the shade room comments. They're loud. They're loud online, but Asia Wilson's shoe don't sell out. Her merch don't sell out. There's an agenda that's pushed. Of course, her marketing team is going to say, hey, you need to go on this show. You need to go on this show. You got to do this and you got to do this to promote your book. But you can't make people literally go in their phones and buy your stuff. You can't. You haven't. Before Caitlin Clark came in the league, let's say Asia Wilson, you're saying the most marketable WNBA player is Asia Wilson. Bet. Why didn't she put the WNBA on the map? She's the most marketable player. Why she didn't put the WNBA on the map? Why are millions of people tuned in to watch her play? Why aren't millions of people tuned in to watch Asia Wilson play since she's the most marketable player? We're talking about marketability here. Why? If you can market this league behind any player outside of Caitlin Clark, which you all have done, you tried with Asia Wilson, you tried with Paige Beckers, with Unrivaled. You tried. You guys tried. And Unrivaled didn't sell a fucking ticket. And then you brought Angel Reese in to make a comeback. She made her comeback in Unrivaled and didn't really do much because Angel Reese could bring the crowd, but she can't bring the sports fans because she don't have the skill. She'll bring the fans, but she won't bring sports fans because she lacks skill. So sports fans will look and be like, ugh. But fans, the dad bods, the Jergen lotion holders, all of them, they'll watch Angel Reese all day. They don't care if she missed 50 fucking layups. They're going to watch her. And they're going to wait till their wives that look like Wesley Snipes go to bed. And then they're going to go into their man cave or like their closets and watch and look at Angel Reese Instagram. And they're going to look at her highlight videos. And then they'll just take their Jergen lotion and they go to work. And they're fans. They're fans. We're not talking about those guys. We're talking about, you're saying Asia Wilson is more marketable than Caitlin Clark. Why hasn't the WNBA been where it's at right now since Caitlin Clark joined the league then? Because Asia Wilson has been the face of the WNBA. Why hasn't the league taken off? This has nothing to do with Caitlin Clark. This has nothing to do with her fans. This has everything to do with Asia Wilson and her fans. But people, go buy Asia Wilson's shoe. Go buy her tickets and show up to her games and go buy everything you need to buy so she can actually be in conversations with Caitlin Clark. But until then, I want everybody to shut the hell up. Shut up. Her numbers aren't even close. Numbers. We're not talking about comments and shade room comments. We're talking about numbers. Her cell numbers aren't nowhere near Caitlin Clark, Sabrina Ionescu, or Angel Reese. Angel Wilson is not selling shit. She's selling nothing. I'm just saying. All right. We talked about Nafisa, correct? Yep. We talked about Nafisa. All right, guys, we're live. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up tonight. We're wrapping up. Where we at? An hour and 30? Yes. We got to wrap up. YouTube not even going to put this out past the hour and 30, okay? I'm going to go live later tonight. Just me by myself. W360 Nation, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Indiana Fever, we're on. We got to keep hope alive. Keep hope alive, okay? You guys can for sure catch me live after the Nets Indiana Fever game, which will be, I think, Wednesday when they play. They play again Wednesday, but I will put out content before then, guys. I love you, W360 Nation. I love you. It's all right. Fever dropped the first game, but we good. Okay? I love you guys. Until next episode. Peace. And so green.